Hey everybody, I'm back again, this time to show you all my 1963 PSA graded cards. And as you can see, we're looking at some tops to start off. So 63 tops, a very popular set, a very colorful set. Really a big fan of these leaders cards. They start off the set here, very colorful in their nature, and the color pattern varies quite a bit. But if you look at these, quite a few Hall of Famers on there. Frank Robinson, usual, Hank Aaron. This home run leaders for the National League has got 5 Hall of Famers on it. You've got a Harmon Killebrew, Roger Maris, Rocco Calavito on that American League home run leaders. Then I'm a big Bob Gibson collector, so you'll see he's in a couple of these pitching cards here with Drysdale and Koufax. We got Robin Roberts on that one. And Whitey Ford. Even that VG4 looks pretty good for a 4, I'll be honest with you. Then Drysdale. Jim Bunning. And the highest graded leaders card here, this Gibson, Koufax, and Don Drysdale for strikeout leaders. Now on to some of the individual player cards from the 63 set. You can see they have a solid colored bottom border, and then a circle with another picture in a picture. And I've always been a fan of the cards with a picture in the picture, whether it be 60 tops, 63 tops like this, and on to like 84 and 83 tops as well. Very similar in some respects. The multiplayer card, 2 guys that used to star back in Brooklyn, now in LA and back in New York with the Mets. Gil would go on to become the Mets manager eventually, lead that amazing 69 Mets team. Then a common Johnny Romano, pretty good catcher in his day. Then a Hoyt Wilhelm and a 7.5. Just look at the colors on that. Very bright and vibrant, the way they contrast there with that yellow and orange. It's got a very clean, classic design. Then my Sherm Lawler, I think this is Sherm Lawler's last card in a near mint to mint 8. Then a Robin Roberts, and I'll try to get these things anywhere from 6 to 7 primarily. Most of these will be around the 7 range, a couple 6s. That Lawler is the only one I have in an 8. This is Richie Ashburn's last card. You can tell he was with the Mets now in that little the subset picture. They've had to do some work on that hat. It looks pretty funny. Here's a great card of Musial and Willie Mays, pride of the National League. Another common House Smith. And then coming up to 63 rookie cards here, the rookie class from here. Now you can see here, this one's got Gaylord Perry. It's not his true rookie card. He's got his own rookie card in 62. So this is kind of one of those weird times where Topps does a second rookie card. And really weird because this one he shares with 3 others. Then here's the Pedro Oliva, Tony Oliva. It's also the Ed Kranepool and the Max Alvis rookie cards. Those guys are pretty good regional stars. And then one of my favorite multiplayer cards, 2 of the greatest home run hitters of their era, Ernie Banks and Hank Aaron. Power plus. And a cool Drysdale, Jim Bunning. On to the Ernie Banks and a Frank Robinson, and a 6 and a 7. Even the 6s look good. These cards really pop out at you. Here's one that's a little lower grade. I just picked it up to have it in the collection for my Drysdale collection primarily, but it's got a Sandy Koufax in there. And then also Johnny Padres. Then my guy Bob Gibson right there. Coming down here, a couple San Francisco Giants on the left. You see the Juan Marichal and a name at 7. And then the number goes to 490 here, and you'll notice the numbering on these. Everything above 447 is a high numbered card, and therefore comes at a premium. So the Willie McCovey, a pretty expensive card, so I only got it in the 6. But then there's some pretty significant rookies in this class, and I know you're looking for it, but it's not there. That's the Pete Rose 1963 rookie. Not there, but I do have a couple of the others from that high series. The Rusty Staub on the left and a 6.5. And then a very nice Willie Stargell on the right and a near mint 7. And that wraps up the general cards from that. But if you bought a pack of cards in 1963, you're going to get one of these peel-offs. Now they came in two variations, instructions on the back and without the instructions on the back. You see that Frank Robinson's got the instructions on the back. That's the more common. This Richie Ashburn, I don't even know if it has the instructions on the back. No. Yeah, it too has the instructions on the back. It just isn't denoted on the slab. A couple of oddball items that you could get out of those packs. And then on to Fleer. So Fleer actually, I believe, sold this card, and they couldn't make their cards with bubble gum. So I believe they did a cookie in this. So you could buy a cookie with a pack of cards. Pretty weird. And then on to Post cereal. Now they didn't do a mail away set 63. You had to cut these right off the box of cereal. So there's not as many prime examples of this, and I think the material might be a little thicker stock at 63. Not for certain on that, but there's quite a few Hall of Famers in here as a large set. Some of the guys I collect: Juan Marichal, Willie McCovey. Really nice Bob Gibson in a 6.5. That's the best quality of all the cards I've had. Then this Ernie Banks, a little bit of a rough cut there. Maybe they could have trimmed that up before they sent it to PSA and would have got more than a 4. And then a really rough card cut up, that Richie Ashburn. Once again, his last year there in 63. Yep, pretty cool piece of history there. Those cards coming off the box of the cereal. And I'm going to wrap it up here with a couple coins, 3 coins from the Salata Junket set. Once again, that's the Salata tea and the Junket brand puddings. They did this for the second year. I like this set. They use a little bit more realistic imageries. You can get a lot of these in high grade. They're not hard to come by. Shows that they held up pretty well. But a couple guys I collect: the Bob Gibson, Frank Robinson, and a really nice mint Jim Bunny. So that's all I've got from 1963. Hey everybody, I appreciate your posts and comments, and I'll talk to you again soon.